Hello everybody, this is the Magic Man, the tennis preacher, the prophet, the psychic, coming back at you again with another video. This is the Magic Man, the tennis preacher, the prophet, and the psychic, coming back at you again with another video. Okay people, let's get this Kyrgios thing going. I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna try to do all this in one video, try to stay on topic, but it's actually about 3 questions I want to answer that's relevant to Kyrgios. Kyrgios just won the Acapulco. Congratulations. As far as Kyrgios being good enough to win the Acapulco, no surprise. We know he's good enough. Everybody know the story with Kyrgios. He got all the talent, he got the level, and he even got a God mode. That's what I'm going to talk about in this video too. That Kyrgios actually got, like Djokovic and Federer and Nadal, Kyrgios has a God mode. And that could change the dynamics of tennis if he get that mental stuff right. If he get the discipline right. So I want to talk about that. But let's first of all, like I said, congratulations to Kyrgios for winning the Acapulco. So let's get first question is this. We got forget the Acapulco. We got the Indian Wells now out here in the desert. Told y'all I live out here in Southern California. I'm just 2 hours away or less from Indian Wells. I'm going to be going there, doing videos there, everything. Can Kyrgios, so this is a preview of Indian Wells, can Kyrgios win Indian Wells? Okay, easy question. Yes, he can. Let me tell you why. Number one, he's good enough to do it. He's playing well enough to do it. And another reason why people just here, even though the Acapulco tournament is only a 500 tournament, that tournament is close to like a 1,000, a Master Series, because everybody, all the top players playing it. Only Federer the last few years, I don't know if it was a controversy about why Federer doesn't play in the Acapulco. I don't know if it's because it's close to Indian Wells and he wants to be rested for that. But pretty well everybody else plays in the Acapulco. All the top players played in it. You saw even this year Federer beat Wawrinka. He beat Nadal, and he beat Alexander Zverev. And even 2 years ago, people, and this is huge, Kyrgios, he had a big run. Remember, he beat Djokovic in the Acapulco, and then he came the next week and beat Djokovic in the Indian Wells 2017. And then Kyrgios, everybody was looking forward to Kyrgios playing Federer in that Indian Wells, and Kyrgios got the stomach flu. Okay? So, winning the Acapulco is pretty well next to winning Indian Wells. So like I said, if you can win Acapulco, you can win Indian Wells. And like I said, Kyrgios is good enough to win Indian Wells, okay? If he keep this right, keep the consistency right. Okay, so we got that done. Okay, let me see this here. One other thing with the Indian Wells. Is Kyrgios a top favorite? Well, I just said he could win it, so yes, he's a top favorite. He's not the favorite. I mean, first of all, the reason he's not the favorite, Indian Wells is stacked. We got Federer, who's won it 6 times, I think. Djokovic, has he won it? Djokovic has won it 6 times, I guess. Something like that. Nadal has won it 3. You got Wawrinka's in there. You got a lot of top players in there. And you got Zverev, he's in there. And Kyrgios, he hasn't, even though he won Acapulco, he hasn't proven the consistency with being a champion, okay? All right? So, but he's definitely a top, not just a favorite, he's a top favorite, but not the favorite, okay? Now, where do you, as far as what order you want to put him in, if somebody said, well, I think Kyrgios is number 1, if he's not, he's number 1 as far as being one of the top favorite. Well, I wouldn't put him number 1 probably. I'd probably put him, you know, I could put him in the top 3 with no problem. But if somebody say Kyrgios, he's not like the clear favorite, but he's number 1 over Federer, Djokovic, and Nadal to win the Indian Wells. Okay, people, listen. I wouldn't make a video against that. I wouldn't call that stupid, because I'm getting ready to say some really impressive things about Kyrgios. if he can just keep this right, that mind. If he can get that mind and attitude, not just the mind, get his attitude and emotions right, he could be the favorite for everything, okay? All right, now, so this leads to the next question. Was Kyrgios winning the Acapulco tournament, was that a turning point for him? Turning point from his silly ways on the court, tanking games, not being disciplined, having an attitude problem, not understanding what it really takes to be a champion. Was that a turning point? Okay, I would say somewhat, and a great somewhat. I think it was a turning point 70%. I think there's a 30% that he still has to make a change with, okay? So you might say, well, Magic Man, why do you only say it's a 70% change? Why isn't it a 360 change or a 720 change? Well, I can hear the way Kyrgios talk. He hasn't, well, you may be asking, what would Kyrgios have to do or say for me to say that, man, he's made a 360 change? Well, the first thing is he would have to admit that he be acting stupid, that he has, now he has admitted that, he did admit that he needs to be disciplined. Okay, and that's why I'm giving it a 70%. 70% is a lot, but he still got a 30%. He needs to come out and be more remorseful. He's still a little cocky, a little airy, okay? Now, listen, I think Kyrgios should be himself. He's not, I don't think he should be like classy the way Federer is classy. That's not Kyrgios, that's Federer, okay? But he definitely, I don't think he's totally changed the attitude. I can hear it in his voice. Now, he did say, well, I need to be more disciplined, and I guess, and I need to get a coach. No, he said, I've done all this without a coach, so I guess a good place to start would be to get a coach. Okay, that sounds sort of good, but man, why don't we just say, hey man, I need a coach to help me do this, that, this, that. I need a coach to help me to stay disciplined, to help me to do this. I was hoping he would say something more detailed like that. But still, hey, for Kyrgios to admit that he is going to get a coach, that's great, okay? Okay, forget the detail stuff. So like I said, I think he's made a 70% turning point, all right? And like I said before, if the 30% that he needs to change, that would be shown when he come out and just straight say, man, I got to stop acting stupid. I'm not going to win majors until I stop this stupid nonsense, stop being too cocky on the court, or just cocky in his personal life. Not too cocky. Little cockiness can be okay, but not too cocky, not too arrogant, just not having a bad attitude, okay? All right? And not allow his attitude and emotions to keep him from progressing as a champion. Once he come out and totally put that out on the table, then I would say, hey, Kyrgios has made a 360 change, a 720 change. Now, all right, so we got that straight. Now, you may be asking this question, Imagine Man. Do you think he's going to make that change, that 360 change, not just a 70%? Will he make that 100% change and that 720, not 720 change? Yeah, I do believe he'll get there. Now, those of you, somebody may be saying, well, Imagine Man, you jumping on the Kyrgios bandwagon now, just because he won the Acapulco and it looked like he's finally made a turning point. No. I made about 3 or 4 videos, those of you who've been following my channel, and you can just type in, it's easy, just go to YouTube, just type in Tennis Prophet, and just type in Kyrgios' name. I forgot the titles of the videos I made. One was, will Kyrgios win more majors? Or will he win a major? I definitely said yes. There was another video that said that, I forgot the title, but it was after Kyrgios got fined $17,000 for acting stupid. Most people gave up on him. Most of the subscribers, people on the highlight videos on YouTube were saying Kyrgios would never win a major. But you know what? There was some doubt with me, but I did say, if somebody came to me, y'all know how I always say this in a video, and they said, Imagine Man, I bet you $1,000 Kyrgios won't win a major. major or multiple majors. I said, oh, I bet you. And the reason I gave was he's so young, number one. And also, Kyrgios plays with fire. He's not like a Fognini. You know, like Fognini. Fognini got all that talent, but he doesn't have a fire. When Kyrgios is on the game, he plays with intensity and a fire that a champion has when he's on the game. Now, when his mind is gone to planet Mars and he's acting all stupid, okay, he doesn't play with the fire then, okay? Now, let's get to, I should do a totally separate video with this, but let me try to do it now. I'm going to try to do it quick. People, let me tell y'all something. If Kyrgios continue to get more discipline and to ground his mental game, get really mental and really want to be a champion. If he get to that point, he's like I said, he's headed that way. If he really gets serious, I think that's the thing. If Kyrgios gets serious, people, listen, it could change the whole dynamics of tennis. You may say, Magic Man, what are you talking about? People, listen, let me tell you what Kyrgios has. He got something that Federer has, that Djokovic has, and that Nadal has. Only those three has this. Okay, it's called the God mode. Now, I know the Djokovic fans, we know Djokovic, they call it the God. The Djokovic fans, they gave Djokovic that name, the God mode, when Djokovic goes to his super level. But people, Federer has the God mode too. But Federer, listen, the way Federer beat Tsitsipas the other day, that's not Federer's God mode. That's a very good Federer, and that's good Federer's playing at a high level. I know Federer fans are happy. But like one Federer fan said about a few months ago, Federer hasn't been at his best since 2017. They said, the Federer fans say it's the 2017 Wimbledon, where Federer didn't give up a set. I think it's the 2017 Miami, where he beat Nadal, just crushed Nadal. You know when Federer just hit through his backhand? That's the Federer God mode. The Nadal God mode was like Nadal was when he beat Wawrinka in the French Open. And the Djokovic God mode, that's what y'all saw when Djokovic beat Nadal in the Australian Open. Now, you may say, well, Magic Man, what are you talking about, Kyrgios? Kyrgios ain't even won a major. What are you talking about? He got a God mode. Let me tell you some people, yes, he does. Now, is his God mode secured and mentally grounded the way Federer's God mode has grounded, the way Djokovic's God mode has grounded, the way Nadal God mode has grounded? No. But people, if he ground that, if Kyrgios ground his God mode, I'm gonna tell you people, it may be even more devastating than even the three I just mentioned. Yeah, Joe, I know you say, Magic Man, you out of your damn mind. Don't tell me Kyrgios' God mode is better than Djokovic's God mode, better than Nadal's God mode, better than Federer's God mode. People, let me tell you something. Kyrgios, that's why you see Nadal didn't shake Kyrgios' hand. I know Nadal said it because Kyrgios was disrespectful from the crowd. Kyrgios, he wasn't that disrespectful because the crowd, ain't like he called somebody a name. Because even the crowd, when Kyrgios got his trophy, they sort of accepted Kyrgios. They sort of gave him a respect. I was a little surprised. I thought they was going to boo Kyrgios. But the reason why Nadal didn't shake Kyrgios' hand, let me tell you some people, Kyrgios can make players like Nadal even look stupid. People, listen, Kyrgios is God mode. When Kyrgios go to his God mode, he can hit between the leg shots. He can do all those toe and drop shots and make people look stupid. Y'all know what I'm saying? Kyrgios, listen, when Kyrgios' God mode is different than the other three God mode. When Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic in their God mode, it's straight, I mean, it's straight really mental stuff, man. Kyrgios' God mode ain't just mental. He be doing all that trick stuff, making you look stupid. He did a between the legger against Federer bad. I mean, he lost it in the because you know when Federer and Kyrgios, when they play, they always do 3 tiebreakers. But he did old between the legger against a Federer one time. Made Federer look a little stupid, but Federer stopped him though. Federer made sure he didn't do it again. When Kyrgios go to his God mode, people, he can make a player, he can belittle a player. Now, when I'm serious, but he don't do it all the time because he ain't got, this ain't totally grounded. But if Kyrgios ground his highest level. It can be, and he got that tricky game, man. Kyrgios ain't got a predictable game. Like, one commenter said this about when, I don't know if it was one of my subscribers, but it could have been somebody under a video, under the highlight video between Zverev and Kyrgios. They say the reason why Kyrgios can beat Zverev because Zverev is predictable. Kyrgios be doing that. He'll hit 2 explosive ground strokes, then he'll do that old drop shot. Listen, that God mode is devastating. If Kyrgios, I'm telling y'all, y'all can laugh at this all y'all want to. If Kyrgios ground his God mode, it can be more devastating than Djokovic God mode, Federer's God mode, and Nadal's God mode, because there's so much tricky stuff he can do, and he can toy with you. Okay, all right. So, but he got to get this right. He's headed that way. This is a turning point, but it's a 70% turning point. There's a 30% he still needs to change, and he's sort of acknowledged that. Okay, people, tennis preacher, the prophet, the psychic, signing off. Have a good one. The magic man, the tennis preacher, the prophet, the psychic, coming back at you again with another video.